So come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Good afternoon, chat. How are you doing today? Golden Sun. But yeah. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream. Hey there, Dill. How you doing? Hey, Violet. What's up? What is that song? Why is it so smooth? That was the start of the first opening of One Piece. The reason why I'm making that joke today is because last time we got the ship, we got the Lemurian ship at the end. So now we can actually sail all across Weird. Oh, you mean the background song. Yeah, this is Powell from Trials of Mana. Yeah, thank you, Ronan. But yeah, how are you all doing today? Doing okay? Good, good. So far I think today is pretty decent. I did see a pretty interesting trend that started on Blue Sky. Just like a little interesting post that you could do. People on the Blue Sky timeline were talking about like, what's your favorite non-human RPG characters? So I decided to list some of mine. So here we've got Aegis from P3, you got Riki from Xenoblade, you got Vivian from Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, Heismay from Metaphor ReFantazio. I added Frog as like a honorable mention. I wasn't sure if I wanted to add him because, you know, he's actually a human, but he's just cursed as a frog for most of the game. And then you have some more honorable mentions. You got Savetta from Golden Sun Dark Dawn, the Black Frost, specifically from Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor, and Vivi from Final Fantasy IX. I'm doing good. Nice. Last time I had to be up at 4 AM for a while. Dead fucking tired. Thank God, dude. That is... I just can't fathom getting up at 4 AM for anything. Unless you have to go on a really early flight. Or work. But like, even work is like, what the fuck? You know, the people I was going with to Boston with, we almost decided on going Thursday, but with Thursday we'd have to take an early flight, and that would be hell on me having to get up so early. But at the same time, if I did that, I get up. I would just like sleep on the flight. Anyway, let me put Savetta on the stream layout for today. She can chill right over here. But yeah, I'm gonna be going to Boston on the Wednesday of that week, like before the first day. Which one more month until the PAX East trip. I'm really looking forward to that. Also, have you guys been seeing those like Focus M memes but for other games? Because I found one for Luigi's Mansion and this shit is killing me.
Be careful, Luigi, I can sense a ghost nearby.
It's showtime! This is almost too easy.
Remember, Luigi.
Dude, at the end of this video, you're gonna have those lines stuck in your head.
Peekaboo! I got you now.
Peekaboo! I got you now.
This is almost too easy.
This is almost too easy.
Luigi, make sure you open that.
I wonder what's inside. A key. This could be useful. I'll put it in my ass for now.
Hi there, Michael. How you
Any
doing?
ghosts you bring back, we can craft them.
A door with a key.
What was I saying again? Any ghosts you bring back? What was I saying again? Any
What was
ghosts
I
you
saying
bring
again?
back, we can craft them into tables.
Not these guys again. Peekaboo! I got you now. This is almost too easy.
Dude, I swear, if this becomes a vocal stem for me... Peekaboo! I got you now.
I got you now.
Peekaboo! I've got you now.
I got you now.
I've got you now.
Too easy. Oh, that's better.
Luigi, your max health is already...
Okay, but you guys get the point. Fucking insanity. Also, I saw this on Twitter earlier. Like, I didn't know that this was an actual glitch that happens on. I didn't know this was an actual glitch that happens on, like, what was it? On Rainbow Siege.
Yeah, he's in art now. I think yeah, wait, no, he's like bottom main-ish. Could be in the T hallway. Ah! Charlie Kirk! Stop it!
Dude. So apparently, for context for that, the way that little glitch happens is that someone puts the link as their name in game, and it actually reads out the image, and it shows off whatever that image is, which is really fucking cursed. And bad if someone decides to put NSFW as their link. You get flat, especially for streamers who play Siege, like they're gonna get flashed by boobs. Alright, with all that said, let's continue Golden Sun. Alright, let's load. Off screen, I did a bunch of sailing around for a couple optional stuff. I did get some levels along the way. And I got a couple new Jin. So I got a few more for Felix. I got one more for Shiba. I got one more for Piers. Yo, 3 streams in a row. Good shit, Michael. Trying to set up co-op connectivity in my game right now. Oh, are you setting up the archipelago? Or is this for something else? Ah, that's what that's for. Okay. Makes sense. Trying to set up a co-op for a game you're developing. Nice, that's sick. Alright, but now with Dahlia all dried up, I can freeze those water puddles and go grab that item over there. And now we got the Sea Gods tier. It's hard as fuck, I don't know what I'm doing. I can only imagine how difficult it must be. I never had to work on a multiplayer game with online functions, so I wouldn't know how to set that up. Yo, Topo! Welcome to the stream! How are you doing? Not every day we get to see you around here. Yeah, welcome, welcome. We are currently playing Golden Sun, the Lost Stage. Actually, while we got the boat, I gotta show off something for you guys. I've been good. You? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good as well. Okay, avoidance effects are off, so now I can actually get into a fight. Alright, any moment now, game. I've been busy with work, IRL, art, and stream. Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. So now, we can fight enemies on while at sea, and we get a different battle theme for it. Yeah, I know how that feels, though. I've been so busy with a lot of stuff IRL lately that, like, it's been hard to find time for some other things. Like I know some friends have been pestering me about a certain fan project I've been wanting to do. And it's just between not having the time and needing to pay for so many art assets, I just don't think I just don't see it being finished anytime soon. By the way, I finished Valkyria 3 and took Riella ending. Based, holy based. But nice, what'd you think of the game? Riella shock. Yo, that's wife right there. It's fantastic. Yes, I'm glad you like it. It's my favorite PSP game for sure. And I really wish that we could get I really wish that game got localized. Or like remade so that more people can actually get to experience it. Sadly, we didn't get it outside of Japan. Yeah, that is a real shame. Yeah, remake one day would be really nice. Either remake it, or do a remaster and bundle it with 2. Since that one also never got re-released. Me wants Sakura Wars 1 for 4 localized as HD remaster. Same with 5 for the HD part. Oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I'd really want to see them re-release the other Sakura Wars games. Because then it'd give me an excuse to like actually decide to give them a shot. Oh, is the series turning 30 this year? I actually didn't know that. But I guess it did come out in the Sega Saturn era, so... But yeah, it would make sense that like Saturn games would be turning 30. Yeah, first game was on Saturn in 1996. Oh, I see. There's a lot of stuff that has anniversaries this year. Like, this year we have Sonic's 35th, we got 40th for Zelda, 30th for Pokemon, 40th for Castlevania. I think this year would be like, what was it, like 40 for Kid Icarus? And yet they're still not gonna... and yet we know damn well they're still not gonna make a new Kid Icarus game. There's definitely a lot of 30ths and 40ths. That's right. Yeah. Also, hey there, Uniki. How's it going? I really need to get RPGs on GBA. Well, if you need RPGs on the Game Boy Advanced, I definitely got some suggestions. Like this game right here. No, not the ads. Man, this is so sad. Can we get Topo a sub? And speaking of subs, don't forget, for 75 subs, we'll be playing Ape Escape 2 on the channel. For 90 subs, we'll be playing Warriors Abyss. And for 200, we're going to be playing Mighty Number 9. But, you guys don't want that one, surely. You guys wouldn't want to see that one now. But yeah, for what's wrong with Mighty Number 9? Oh, do you not know about that game? Okay, so context for Mighty Number 9, context for that game, Mighty Number 9 is an infamously bad game made by Keiji Inafune. And it was supposed to be the spiritual successor of Mega Man. And it had a lot of problems from its marketing, to its gameplay, to its voice acting, to all the things that they promised to add in the game but never did. That game ended up being such a massive mess. Capcom decided to wake up and did something for Mega Man again, which ended up being the Legacy Collections. Yo, Smasa, welcome to the stream. How you doing? But yeah, for Ronin, if you want RPGs to play on the Game Boy Advance, well, you got all the Pokemon games, like Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green, and of course, you also got Mystery Dungeon. You've got Golden Sun, The Lost Stage, Mega Man Battle Network 1 through 6. You have Fire Emblem 6, 7, and 8. I wouldn't recommend these, but there's also like the GBA versions of Final Fantasies 1 through 6. Personally, I'd say for those, you could either play... You're either better off playing the Pixel Remaster or their original versions. Okay, Zelda, Metroid, Alex Kidd, Dragon Quest, and Castlevania are 40 this year. Puyo Puyo, Streets of Rage, Shining jrpg games. Sonic is 35 this year. Sakura Wars, Pokemon Nights, and House of the Dead are 30. That is a lot to put into perspective. What do you recommend? Pixel remasters or OGs? I would say the Pixel remasters. Especially because all of them are available on like all consoles, so it's just a matter of like picking your favorite console and then getting the Pixel remasters there. For their first year, they were only on PC and mobile, but thankfully that got changed later down the line. speaking of PR, I need to get back on FF6. I need to actually hop on the Pixel Remaster versions. I've played FF1 through 6 before, but all of them I played either the GBA versions or like the SNES original. Alright, got a rusty staff for Jenna. We can go get that upgraded. Yeah, this year is Zelda's 40th anniversary, which is crazy to think about. This series has been around for 40 years. Good God. I really wonder what the next mainline game is gonna be like. Hopefully something that's not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom for a change. Because those games are fine and all, but I think it's time for something different. At least to me, in my opinion. Yeah, something like an Ocarina of Time or a Skyward Sword. That I would like. Actually, talking about those games, what's everyone's favorite Zelda game in chat? Because for me, my favorite's Majora's Mask. Hey, Roy, and my favorite's Wind Waker. Let's go, Wind Waker bros! Wind Waker's my second most favorite. I really adore the hell out of that game. Which makes it even more sad that Wind Waker... That is not the right synergy. Which makes it even more sad that the Wind Waker randomized stream ended up not really going that far. It's a bit of a shame. I did like, I guess 2 hours, and I searched all around the Sea of Hyrule. I didn't really find much to progress in that randomizer. That said, I do have a different idea. I do have a different idea in mind for if I ever revisit Wind Waker on the streams. I could do the Wind Waker co-op mod. That'd be nice. Okay, let's see. Talbot says besides Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, it's Twilight Princess. Okay. Unique's a Spirit Tracks, which... Alright, I can see the vision. I think you'd really get along with Kana there, because Kana's favorite is also Spirit Tracks. Alright, Felix gave the right prong to Shiba. Okay, question. What if you did the Zelda Ocarina of Time randomizer? I could do that, actually. And, like, I could just as easily set it up on the official... on, like, the native PC port for Ocarina of Time, which would be pretty cool. Because then you got 60 FPS, you got some mods that you can mess around with. I think that'd be really nice. Alright, we got what we came here for, so now we retreat. Ronan says I haven't played the other Zelda games. The only thing I played is A Link to the Past. Well, if you're already familiar with 2D Zelda, if you want a recommendation there, I would say play Minish Cap. You could play Minish Cap, you could play Link's Awakening. Oracle of Ages and Seasons. I think those are good ones. Alright, just to make sure, where are the Apogee Islands? Okay, actually, before we go to the Apogee Islands, let me go fix up the rusty staff that we got. Oh, sorry, couldn't hear you. Oh, okay. What I said, Ronan, I was saying, like, since you're already familiar with A Link to the Past, you could play Minish Cap, Link's Awakening, and I guess Oracle of Ages and Seasons, because those are all 2D Zelda games. I've had an interest in the 2D Zelda games like Minish Cap. You should definitely play Minish Cap. I would highly recommend it, because, like, for me, it's my favorite 2D Zelda. And then I guess if you have friends to play with, you could also play Four Swords. That one I would only really recommend if you have like 3 other friends that are willing to play with you. Off-topic short, for me, main canon Sonic game, I want the next main game should be for 13+ and more action-adventure shown in Sonic, as the last game before with the 2-3 years time skip. Ooh, so a more shonen-y approach for the next Sonic game? I'd say something like Sonic Adventure 1 or 2. Something with those vibes of SA 1 and 2 for the next Sonic game. I think that'd be really sick. I'd really love that. And especially bring back the multiple playable characters. Because, you know, as we saw in Frontiers, we already got Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy. They'll definitely bring back Shadow, because he's been really prominent these past few years. I don't know how many characters they'd want playable at once, but I'd really like to see them do something for Silver. I wonder how would you rank the East games? Ooh, East rankings. Okay, I think I got you there. Let's do this right now. Let's pull up a tier list for East games. Let's see. East series. I remember playing Four Swords 25th Anniversary Edition. Yeah, that was how I played that too on my 3DS. Alright, East, where the fuck is... Oh god, I just remembered, tier maker is weird, so it's gonna be harder to find, like, actually East. Okay, how about this? Let's just do Falcom games. I meant like how Dragon Ball and One Piece shonen for the next main game. Oh, okay. Oh, like those. Okay. I think I see what you mean. So, something like a CyberConnect Sonic game? I want Silver to get his own game already. Please. Dude, after all the future Silver arts, they need to do something for Silver. They gotta clock in. Okay, East games. Alright, let's quickly rank these. Starting with East, let's do East 8. Peak game, S tier, best game in the series, no questions asked. East, just sent you it. Okay, let me check it out. Oh, okay, this is much better actually. Thank you. All right, so let's see. Actually, first of all, let me put a never played row because there's some spin-offs in here that I've never played and I don't think I'm ever touching in my life. So, Typing of East, don't care. Legacy of East, never played, don't care. Any other version of... It's probably like the SNES, probably like the NES, Sega Genesis, all these different versions of East. So, no thanks. See, I played all the Four Swords levels and everything all by myself because I had no friends growing up. Okay, for the Four Swords 15th Anniversary Edition, the one that was on GBA, yes, I did play those ones by myself. But when I played the GameCube version, I did that with friends. But yeah, I get that. East 1 and 2 Chronicles. I don't know how to feel about these games. I feel like East 1 and 2 are fine so long as you're not in a boss fight. Okay, East 1 I will say is like kinda it's like a decent C tier, I guess. East 2 can go a little bit higher. I'm not too crazy about East 1. These are the older versions, so you guys are going here. Wanderers of East have not played, but it would definitely be doggo tier. This is the SNES version of East 3. Wanderers of East. This is East 4, Dawn of East. I've played a little bit of this game. It's actually not bad. I'd have to finish Dawn of East, but I will say, from what I played, I think this is the best version of bump combat. For the next main Sonic game, I want my favorite Sonic villain back. Zavok, an even better story in his origin story as a DLC. I'll be 100%. Really, your favorite Sonic villain is Zavok? Huh. I mean, from what I've seen of like the Sonic comics, they do give Zavok some aura, so I don't know. I think they're gonna have to do a lot of fixing for Zavok to be cool. East... What? Wait. Mobile? There was a Mask of the Sun mobile game? You serious? Never played. Mask of the Sun. This is the PS2 version, I think. SNES. Okay, this is the worst East game. Mask of the Sun SNES is actually the worst East game. It's so bad. Yeah, he's like both Frieza from Dragon Ball and Blackbeard from One Piece. Frieza part I can see. Blackbeard, I didn't think too much about that. Man, more ads. No! Not the ads. East 5, Lost Sands and Kelfin. This is a PS2 version, I think, so nope. East 5 SNES. You're fine, I guess. Mobile, no. PC, I don't like this game. I'm not a fan of Ark of Nepishtim, sadly. PS2 never played. PSP have not played. There we go. Okay, back to East 8. Best game in the series. It's peak. East 9 Monstrum Nox. Really solid A tier. I don't like the visuals of East 9 very much, and I wish the setting was better. But otherwise, it has great movement, great combat. It has a lot of callbacks to previous East games, as East 9 story-wise is like the most the most recent game. So like Adult here is 24, and yeah, you got like a bunch of callbacks from every previous game. What's so bad about E6? E6 just has a lot of weird issues. A lot of the bosses feel bad. A lot of the enemies are like, a lot of the enemies and areas just feel so badly designed. You have the jump, like the jump dash, which is really annoying if you want to get all the treasures, and they're not even worth it because the treasures there are bad. Story's fine-ish, I guess. The only thing I would say I like about E6 is that Geist is in that game. And some good music. But it's not one I'd want to come back to. These are PC 98 versions of Beast 1 and 2. Memories of Salsetta. It's fine, but Salsetta is my least favorite of the party East games. Oath and Felghana. I know people are mixed on these games. I think Oath and Felghana is not too bad. I'd say they're like B. I played both the PC and PSP version, so they can go right there. Origins A tier. This is the best of the Piston engine games. So like Ark, Oath and Felghana, this game. E7. Actually, quite like E7 a bit. I guess you can go a bit below Dawn of East. E-Strategy, never played. East versus Trails. How do we feel about East versus Trails? Now, okay, East versus Trails is like hella unbalanced, has a lot of weird gameplay issues. It is stupidly fun though, so I will say it can go in B. Yeah, I'll leave it here, like below E7, but I guess a bit above East 2. This is the recent mobile game for Ark of the Piston. Never played and never will. Lacrimos of Donna Vita, no, and East 10. You can go in the S tier. You're my second most favorite game. Anyway, gonna get ready and head to the store. Have a fun stream. Yo, thank you, Tabo God. Well, see you next. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you around. Okay, so here's our S tier, A tier, B, C, D, and then these are the bunch of East games that these are the different versions that I've never played, and probably never will, except for like maybe one day I'll just like fuck around and look at like East Strategy or something. Maybe if I'm really bored. I'll be right back. Alright, no problem. Okay, now that little side quest is done, let's go back to Golden Sun. Oh, I never got to reveal this, but I actually know Celine in English. Elise Schwarzer's English VA, aka the one and only Kira Buckland. Hey, wait, when did you get to meet her? Alright, so this guy can craft us some special weapons. So what we'll do is just give him the rusty staff, and he'll make something for us. Peak, but haven't played East 1 and 2 Chronicles yet. Why'd it be B tier? You know what? I'll answer that when he gets back. I also know Alan Richards' former English VA too, aka David Vincent. Oh, based. I got to talk to Alan Richards' newer VA, George Peter. I found him in a Trail server that I ended up talking in when Horizon came out in English. I told this story in another stream, but when he showed up, I was genuinely surprised that was the real dude. And he was just able to answer most questions as long as they don't break NDA. I'm like, holy fuck. Obviously, I didn't say that right in the VC. I tried to keep it chill, but it was a real surprise. Alright, Felix at the Glower Staff. And you give it to Jenna. Whoa, that's a massive upgrade. Yeah, you can take this. Yeah, George Peter makes for a really good Richard. I love him. In fact, I really like all the VA English VAs for Sky First. Which actually brings me to an interesting topic I want to talk about. What do you guys think of Trail's English dubs? Because I was talking about this with some people in a server, and we were saying that some people were saying that Trails and Yakuza English dubs feel like the Breaking Bad anime dub meme. It's like, ugh, asshole! If you want to make this product, you'll do it my way! The right way! I hope the rest of the 8 Leaves come back in Kai 2. I would really... You know who I really want to see? Bring back Annalise, bring back Richard, and then we're in for a great time. I feel like if we're gonna get all of the Divine Blades in one game, it's probably gonna be in the final arc. Because the way that the game seems to be setting things up is that all the Divine Blades are really important for something, and we're gonna be seeing what they're doing in the final arc, because Yunkai seems to be leading them towards something. I don't want to say too much about it because of Horizon spoilers, and potentially some people here haven't played the game. But I did have this discussion with George Peter and some of the Trails fans that were in that channel. Okay. Yeah, we have to go here. Yeah, again, I'd rather not go too into detail about specific Horizon spoilers, just because there's people here who haven't played it. Also, it's still the most recent game, so chances are, even if a new person comes in here, they probably haven't played the game, so I'd rather not just accidentally spoil them on that. I didn't play the dub until Daybreak myself. See, I'm in the opposite like mindset of you. I started out with the dubs, but after CS4 I kind of just stopped and went with the Japanese voices instead. The only exception being for Sky First. That was one where I was actually like willing to use the English voices. And I will say, I do like Sky First dub actually, but there's two major criticisms I have with it. One, the translation inconsistencies, but that's like a problem. That's more of a problem with the translation, and not really the dub itself. Like all the incorrect terms that they use, that's not consistent with the old translation. That stuff just bothers me. It really bothers me to the core. But I'm like more than willing to just let it go. The second thing I'm not a fan of, however, and this one really bothers me, is the way that they pronounce liberal. In Sky First, whenever it comes up, every character just says liberal. Liberal, 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 liberal. It's like, hey, have you been to liberal? Man, these liberalians are kind of weird. I swear, if you keep these liberals in my country, I haven't played it with the dub since CS4. Honestly, good. You should probably keep it that way. Unless you're interested in the Daybreak voices, but I don't think you are. Also, hey there, Xeno. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
What was that for? Is it because I keep saying liberal? I mean, I got Why is it auto-modding Haji? Fucking auto-mod moment. God damn it. But yeah, I've been getting the CLE version since. Yeah, I mean, makes sense. Oh, yeah, because you got the Japanese version, so no dub to begin with. Yeah, that was the case for me too, since I got there. Since I would play them with like the. I'd play them with the fan translation. Could have gone Horizon, but Kai was on sale. And it's very important to note that it's specifically Kai that's on sale, not Horizon. Kai no Kiseki. Kai no Kiseki, farewell o Zamuria. It still really sucks that they took that name out of the English version, the farewell no Zamuria part. Yep, rip Crimson Sin as well. That one's just completely gone. And End of Saga. And probably for the next game, we're gonna get another subtitle that gets completely omitted from the English version. I don't like that the English versions take out the ending parts. Me neither, especially because, like, for Crimson Sin, that's a very important part of Daybreak 2's story. I don't know what brings you to Apogee, but you better not be playing anything stupid. It's such a fitting title, and it's a real shame that they just went with Trails through Daybreak 2 without the Crimson Sin part. Kai no Kiseki 2 Chrono Ozamuria. They're probably gonna have something with Chrono in it. Yeah, see, I don't mind it as much for like CS4. It's more Daybreak 2 and Horizon that I take that issue with. Alright, let me see where the weapon shop is, because I'm pretty sure there's a really good artifact we can get in this town. Let's see, welcome, welcome. See, we got a whole bunch of stuff. Alright, let's check the artifacts. Oh, we got a dragon axe, hold up. Let's see, Sea God's Tear. Hold on, let me see this. With everything going on in Calvert's themes, Chrono just rhymes with Chrono. Hold on, you might be onto something. Chrono Kiseki. Alright, do I got anything to sell? Oh yeah, Staff of Anubis. We're not using that right now. Alright, game ticket. I can give that to... yeah, Piers, I guess. Oh, Water of Life. We can finally revive characters now. Either of that, or we can just use Revive on Felix. Personally, I think the last game is probably going to be called something like Mirai no Kiseki, like Trails to the Future. God, Felix has so many fucking game tickets. My man's ready to gamble. Let's go gambling! Now, we're not quite there yet, but One day. If the Sky Remix are anything to go by, I have a feeling that they're setting up Kai 2 being Estelle's debut in the Calvert arc. No matter how you stretch it, Estelle's gonna come back one way or another. Do I think Estelle's gonna be in Kai 2? Not really. I think they're gonna bring back Estelle and Joshua when it's time for the final arc. All I can say is if Nayuda ever shows up and it's made canon, he's gonna end up being the ace in the hole at the end. Dude, if Nayuda's actually canon, he is 100% gonna be playable in the final game. Like, at minimum, the final game, or at most, he'll be playable in the final arc. I would pop off. Also, I need to finish Nayuda. You definitely should. It's a good game. Also, a good reminder that people shouldn't really like completely dismiss Nayuda just because it's a spin-off. Is it a mainline Trails game? As of now, no. But it's still a really good game on its own. And you know, the best thing about it is that it's not... Because it's not connected to mainline Trails, you can just kind of play it whenever. Like, if you wanted that to be your first Trails game for whatever reason, you can. It's not canon currently, but knowing Kondo, he's gonna pull some shit and be like, "Oh, actually, no." He's gonna say something like, listen. So listen, Nayuda players may wanna look out for some specific details in the next game. Something along the lines of that." Said details mention the tiny pink-haired fairy. Noi will be the key connecting the series. I think you would really like what Genma would have to say about the Nayuda theories. Because one time in VC, I was talking to C's friend Genma, and he was going all out on the Trails and Nayuda theories. It's insane. In all seriousness, the real connection are the Mifos. Yes, of varying quality is a pretty good way to say it. Because there are so many different theories that you could have for... There's so many different theories for Nayuda and being canon. The Mana War. I was about to say something Septarian related, but again, huge ass spoiler. Yeah, again, please be careful of that, because we're not trying to openly talk about Horizon spoilers here. Alright, let me go move over there because we gotta block that mouth. Alright, you've been pouring a lot of water, but it's time for you to hush up. Yo, Rock mentioned. Shout out to Xenoblade 2. It does look like a Kaboo. Yeah, it deadass has like the same face. Also, I really love the background here. It's so good. I was considering having C make one of the backgrounds for the thumbnails be Aqua Rock, the outside version. I think I settled with the inside one, but the outside one looks really good too. Let's see, how are we all doing on items? Alright, I will BRB. Alright, and we back. But yeah, if Estelle were to be benched for Kai 2, it would suck that we'd have to wait until Skyford chapter in 2028 to see her again. Does it... I mean, is that really the worst though? Because remember, we know that the Sky games are all getting remakes. So, if anything, We're not really lacking on the stealth content. I would say there's other characters who could really use the return more than her. Yeah, I don't know. I think Estelle's fine for the time being. We get more of Estelle this year, and then we're guaranteed to get more Estelle whenever we get the remakes for Skyford and Zero. By the way, did you guys see that I added a new emote to the server? I added the emote because of like Nathan going through Kiwami Free, and they showed off like the comparison between Majima's expression in that game and the original. And man, it is night and day with their expressions. Actually, let me pull it up on stream. Alright, where's the Majima image? Dude, it looks like... It looks so uncanny. Like, on the bottom, it looks like Majima's genuinely flabbergasted. But on the top, it looks like he's pog champing. Ew, what is that? It's called really bad facial expressions, thanks to RGG trying to remake the old expressions in a new engine. But at the very least, we got a funny emote out of it, so... It's Pogjima. It looks super jarring. I'm not a fan. But you can say that about a lot of the scenes in Kiwami Free. Like, you just take one look at them and it looks off. I'm gonna check if I subscribe to your VOD channel. If you haven't already subscribed, I am on YouTube. I'm on youtube.com/redflashroy. Felix got a nut. But yeah, if you haven't already subscribed on YouTube, that's where I'm uploading all my VODs in case you missed the streams. Yo, Flash Force! I really like the animation of, like, the special weapons. Just subscribe to it? Thank you. Every sub helps. You should have 171 subs now. Perfect. Thank you. Alright, let's doze this down. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to the point where I can get money on YouTube. Cause unlike Twitch, you do need a lot more subscribers to reach that point. It would be nice though. Although if I ever monetize my videos, that means I have to be a bit more careful with the music I pick in my videos. I just go by. And now we can get into the chest. And we got an elixir. Dude, I still can't get over that I jump scared C when she was least expecting it on the last stream. She's like, "Are you still streaming?" I'm like, "Yes." Top 10 funniest crossovers. Alright, let's move you. And now the water is carrying us up? Only in Weird, folks. Only in Weird. How do waterfalls go up? It's simple, you just hit the reverse button. You gotta hit him with a reversal. I just saw a notification saying someone I'm subscribed to is streaming more free houses now. Which, yeah, I've been watching someone going through free houses again, and it's just reminding me why I don't want to replay that game. Cause like, free houses just has way too much downtime for my liking. Between shit like the monastery and the calendar system. Reminds me of the Uno reverse meme where the sink water is going up. I love that. But yeah, it's all the monastery stuff, the massive amounts of downtime throughout the game, And then the map design's not good anyway, so like, what are you even here for? I guess the story, if you're really into it. But I don't know, Free House's story I'm not too crazy on. Come over here, and we get the Mist Saber. Okay, that's the strongest weapon for Felix now, so I'll take an elixir. Dude, we're just getting stronger weapons for our crew left and right. Oh, someone's coming up. Oh no! And now we're in the bottom part of Aqua Rock. Now here's hoping I don't miss out on a Djinn like last time in a certain water dungeon. See, this time I got my eyes open, so I'm not gonna let that happen twice. Let's go, we gotta level up. Alright. Got a vial. Dude, I can only imagine the modern memes of like Golden Sun if it was made in 2026. It's like, Felix, I spotted a man of war. Hit him with your best shot. Ah! Yeah! Good job, you found that man of war. Heh, got more coins. Onward and upward. Well, hi there, Lapras. Give him some crystal powder to Jenna. Let's see. Oh, that's just like a damaging attack. You can use ice. You can use an ice attack on someone. Oh! Another giant raindrop, another thing to douse. I just realized, since we're on Aqua Rock now, probably by the time I'm done with this, I might actually be able to head into the Tandaria Tower, and for once, we'll actually be in a dungeon that reflects the thumbnail. Dude, you know, with the way those Man of Wars are looking at me, are the way those Man of Wars are like stationed there, it kind of looks like they're just staring right at you. The Gigavolt Man of War. Gigavolt Mana Rage. Me raging at his fuck ass stage in the original Mega Man X8. Oh, it is. No denying that. Part of me sometimes wonders, like, would I want to go through the original Mega Man X8 again? Like, even in spite of some of its flaws, because the main thing that keeps me away from it is how gimmicky some of the stages are. I could stream it, maybe. In fact, you know what I could do? A funny thing for Peyton. What if I streamed X8, but with I did a what the fuck was the name? I did a layer playthrough. Cause layer is basically just a zero reskin. I think you'd want a sub for that. There was another Mega Man thing that I want to stream at some point. You know how last month I had a sub go up for Mega Man and Bass? The reason why I had that was because I actually found some mods that all work for Mega Man and Bass, and it's a couple of, like, quality of life stuff that looked pretty interesting. One of them was the player switch mod, where you're able to, like, switch between Mega Man and Bass in the middle of a stage, kind of like how you can with X0 and Axel and X7 and 8, which is pretty cool. There's also a mod that actually allows you to, like, equip more than one upgrade in Mega Man and Bass. Because it's weird how in the original, you could only really equip one upgrade at a time. And then the last patch that I found, was one that, like, decreases the amount of bolts you need for some shop items. Oh, and I've also realized that my PC will be upgraded to an AM5 platform by the time Sky Third Chapter comes out too. Hey, that's good. I hope you're able to afford those new parts though, because in our current era, you're gonna need it. Yeah, by 2028, we're definitely gonna need those upgrades. Because I really doubt our current parts are gonna work. But yeah, if you're gonna need new parts, you'll wanna get them now before any prices increase even further. And for will be relevant by 2028, definitely. It's crazy. The crazy part is back in summer 2024, my friend paid for my upgrade as a birthday gift, and I was like, "You didn't need to do that." Oh, yes, he did. Yes, he did. He was ahead of the game. I think that dude knew what was gonna come, so it was like, you know what? Let me help you out, just so you don't have to suffer in the near future. Definitely graphics card first, above all else. Alright, let me get this. And we got a tier stone. We can get another forge at the blacksmith. Welcome back, Ronan, and also welcome, Crisscross. Welcome to the stream. How are y'all doing? Let me check something here. Nah. Sorry, I had to meditate for 10 minutes because I was feeling overwhelmed with everything. Is everything okay, Ronan? You doing good? Okay, that's good. Oh, yep, there is our new Jin, but we gotta raise the water level in order to get him. Just trying to stay off boredom here. Yeah, it do be another Wednesday. Dude, honestly, Fantasia is better than you'd think it would be. At least with the version you're playing right now, Cross Edition, it's surprisingly solid. Again, like I said before, I did say some of the roadie stuff feels very off-putting. If you're already familiar with the story, but if you haven't played Fantasia before, then the roadie stuff shouldn't bother you too much. She's just kind of there. If I recall, if you kill the fairies here with Jupiter Djinn, they're guaranteed to drop a nut. Oh, you know what? I actually forgot about that. I'm gonna try that in the next fight. Although I will say the fairies were more common on the top floor, so I'm probably not going to see too many of them now. Yeah, they're more outside than on the inside area. Now we hop to it. So, unrelated, but yesterday I actually got to try out this new like chicken place that's near me. I got to try out Bud's Chicken and Seafood. I don't know if any of you guys ever had it before, but I got to try their coconut shrimp yesterday, and it's good stuff. Coconut shrimp is good, right? Like over there I had coconut shrimp with some crinkled fries and corn shredders. Super good. I got a water of life. So let me quickly heal everyone up. I'm also use all these herbs because we're at the point where like our HPs are so high that the herbs are pretty irrelevant. Oh wait, hold on. I have to move a... Actually, I have to move this differently. We'll do it like here. Yeah, like that. Alright, there we go. Alright, now we just move you out the way. And we can move on down here. Man, you know what else is pretty insane? So, along with the fact that I found that I found that Bud's Chicken Shop, which was pretty good, I actually ran into someone out in the wild who actually knew what Xenogears was, and they were like trying to explain it to a buddy I was with. I'm like, there's no way I'm actually just hearing about someone randomly talk about Xenogears in the Big 26. Like, I'm so used to only hearing about that game online. That is pretty funny. Yes, I'm aware of that. In fact, you know what? Yeah, I'll just set these since I'm going to be using these two a lot. I'm going to be using these two a lot. I remember back in my freshman year in community college, one person I met in the library was a huge Mega Man fan, and not just Classic, but an X, but all of them. This is before I played ZX. Pretty cool to see a big Mega Man fan like that out in the wild. I've seen a couple people like that in conventions who say they like. I was someone I met in the convention who really liked Battle Network and said that he really loved Base EXE in particular. Yeah, this was a couple months before the Zero ZX collection came out. Ah, pretty based. Ah, that's where the ZX part of your name comes from. Nice. ZX Series of Mega Man is still very conflicting to me after playing it. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what to feel about ZX. Because on one hand, I do like some aspects about it. But on the other, I do think it kind of nerfs itself on the fact that it's a Metroidvania. It tries to be a Metroidvania without, like, proper Metroidvania aspects. It just feels like some of its design is very counterintuitive. It's not in caps because I lost the first account, so I had to make do. How'd you lost? Oh, dang. Well, to be fair, the first Zero game... Yeah! Well, it's Metroidvania-esque. It doesn't try to go all out with it like ZX does. God, I really love the Ragnarok spell. Cyclo Beam! Yeah, no, they just gave ZX the worst map of all time, and they really said we gotta run with it. At least the map in ZX Advent is a little better, but it really makes me think, like, why was that not the map that we got to begin with? Literally, without the fan map, it's like, good luck trying to find out where to go blind. It's so bad. Backlash on ZX was so harsh they had to make a map for ZXA. An actual map? Good. They needed to. Got a lucky pepper. Alright, who still has the lowest luck? I mean, it's between Felix and Jenna. Oh no, we killed Rock! Man, Gundam's not gonna be happy about that. And we got an Aquarius Stone. The stone that leads the Chosen One. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, okay. There's a fairy. Let's test this fairy out. Alright, everyone else can defend for now. Which one of you will do the most damage? Alright, let's do Blitz. Alright. Come on, fairy, give me a nuts. Wait, pause. Not like that. Okay, so yeah, it works. I got another nut. ZX devs. So you want to go left to the top left. If you go too much to the left, you go down left, and if you go down, you go right. Simple, right? Right. Like that totally makes sense. That totally makes sense to any gamer. God, what were they thinking? What a mess. I can only assume that the devs never made a Metroidvania before, so they weren't quite sure how to make an actual map for it. But in that case, why not just ask a dev that worked on like Castlevania or Metroid at the time? Up to it and... Alright, Felix checked the tablet. It looks like there are strange characters carved on it. Wielder of water strength, lay your hands upon this stone. If thou art worthy, the power to drain away the standing water shall be yours. Water strength, huh? That sounds like my sort of thing, doesn't it? Literally any other map would work. Any, like, sensical map would have been better than what they did with ZX. Good God. And we got Parch. Alright, and with that, we can evaporate the water away. I know, like, I'm sure they mean well, but the method they went with for ZX was just not it. Glad they at least somewhat learned their lesson with Advent. Yep, there's a lot of things I'm surprised actually worked on the Game Boy with Pokemon. It's almost a damn miracle they got everything working the way they did. Especially when you know the dev story behind like Pokemon Gold and Silver. It's surprising how much they were able to get in that game, even if some sacrifices had to be made for Kanto. And by some, I do mean a lot. True! Like, actually really true. Like, obviously right now we're in the dungeon, so we can't really check the world map. But the world map does tell you as much info as possible. And when you get to the... And when you already, like, landed... When you already visited a certain area, like a dungeon or a town, it'll mark it on the map next time you check it. Hey, buddy! You've got nowhere to run now. Taste the power of Ragnarok! And now with that, another Jin enters our ranks. We got Steam. Hey, shout out to that launcher and store. Yep, I got all of them and I transferred them over. Nice. Anyway, I need to get some more water, so I will BRB. Alright. Now, after the rock done, let's head over to Tandaria Tower. Although, while I'm on the way, I'm also go reforge the rusty staff and sword, and then heal up my guys. Oh yeah, Yellowm is like literally on the way, so there's no reason not to go there. I guess for some lore about this battle theme that's playing right now, like a little fun fact. Back when I was in college, and like back when I was in college, I was making my own like Fire Emblem ROM hack. It was like very PME style with friends, and like the early game battle theme I ended up using was the boat battle theme from this game. That was the player phase theme, and then for enemy phase, I think I did the Dark Mountain from A Link to the Past. Ship battle theme was really cool, and it's surprisingly a long song. Yeah, a surprisingly long battle theme for this game, because battles tend to be over pretty quick. Alright, so first up, let's go heal. Alright, wake up, lazy bones. You got some more work to do. Maybe it's because Felix's battle theme feels surprisingly short compared to Isaac's. Yeah, like, Felix's battle theme is like a normal... is like actually a normal length for a GBA game like this. Compared to Isaac's, where you're not really going to be hearing that battle unless you're severely underleveled. And we got the Robber's Blade. Although it's not any stronger than anything we have right now. On that note, who is holding the rusty staff? Felix's lasts like a minute before looking, while Isaac's lasts like almost 2 minutes. Yeah, pretty much. Like, in most cases, you're not really going to hear the full thing before looping. By any chance, Crisscross, do you ever use the extra like class changing items like the trainer's whip and such? Because for me, it depends on like the Jin setup and if I want to do something different. I know I used the Mysterious card a little bit early on, just so Shiva gets a Void early game. But besides that, I don't use them too much. And also, if I change Shiva's class, it like severely cuts down her. It severely cuts down her MP. Yeah, like, near endgame seems fair. Because then you have a lot more to work with. Because, like, by that point you'll have a bunch more Jin to swap out. So it just works out much nicer by that point. The thing with those item classes is how they work Jin-wise. Those items require some more messing around with. So it's like, it's not super optimal until you're later in the game when you have more Jins. For them to upgrade classes, you need to get free Jins of the elements that are not associated with that character to class up. Yeah, so like for example, you'd have to give Felix like any free Jins that's not an Earth element. Needle eggs. So that's something that's unlikely to happen unless you're dual tri-classing characters near the end of the game, and you end up with leftover Jins on one character. Pretty much. Like, it's something you gotta be more optimal about. And it's not something that you're gonna be using throughout most of the game. So it's like, most of the game, you're either gonna be fingling around with, like, the standard classes, or you're gonna mix and match some with some different elements to get some more unique spells. And up 234, up 234, gotta travel all the way through the snow. Endgame, you either go standard classes or you go Ronin plus Ninja plus Paladin plus Dragoon. Yep, those are the most optimal setups. Either one works out pretty well. Anyway, Tandaria Tower. Should real quick heal up with, let's use my, again, just use my herbs. Like, these things are not going to be useful anymore. There's something inside the cracked ice. Actually, wait, hold on. I need to do something out here. For now. Oh, yippee! Ice puzzles, everyone's favorite. How do we feel about ice puzzles, chat? Because they can be a pretty mixed bag. Yeah, I believe the Minotaurus dropped something really good. Ice puzzles in general always better than water puzzles. I can agree with that. Because, you know, at least with ice puzzles, you're not slowed down to a complete crawl. And usually it's a little more fun trying to mingle your way to find the right way to go. Anyway, we got a mint. Oh, Jenna could be a little bit faster. Oh, ad break. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Ah, curse you ads. Once again, I'll do my little bit. This is so sad. Can we get Crisscross a sub? Yeah, ads are annoying as hell. But, you know, I am a Twitch affiliate, so like, unfortunately, that's just part of that's just how it is. Gotta go now, it was fun. Alright, see ya, Noah. Have a nice day. I bet Noah's happy that Planet Robobot won the poll for the 3DS series stream. Which, speaking of 3DS games, we gotta talk about how Pit might be washed. Dude, I was talking about how, like, Pit is washed, and then Crimson made this edit. Just fucking Pit with a McDonald's hat. Polishing's just like, enough of your yammering, Pit. Get back to the grill. You've got customers waiting. Welcome back. Oh, hold on, I forgot to use Tremor on this one. Nope. Oh no, I gotta move that one first. But yeah, you missed a slight conversation about, You missed a slight conversation... And cold. Okay, yeah, we gotta back it up there. Let's just set this back up. Alright, hold on. Also, if I recall, there's a genie in this dungeon. Okay, yeah, there is. It's on one of the other paths, though. Yeah, I was just trying to remember if I had to pound those in first or if I had to move this first. But yeah, I had to pound those in. Right. Move you over. Now we move this, and here we go. Oh dang, when did Piers get so beat up? Let me fix that. Whoa! Okay, buddy, you gotta back up there. This. And we got the burst brooch. I will give this to Shiba. I'll say the good thing about giving any of these extra stuff to Shiba is that, like, she has so much synergy points that she can kind of go through them. Also, since he's holding one of the Jin that restores power points, I can always get them back. Yeah, especially since psi crystals aren't super common early on. Yeah, it does feel like you blow through... You do blow through synergy points a bit faster in this game. And yeah, despite only being for one character, it's still pretty good to have. Geronimo! I wonder, what's the hardest ice puzzle you ever remember doing in a game? This one? Fair. That would explain it. Okay. Yeah, because this one loops you back a lot, so it's like, shit. Yep, see, like... Yeah, they're... ice puzzles... See, they're not half bad. There's definitely worse ones out there. Ooh, I got Shine Plasma now. Sick. Well, I was about to use it, but no need. And now we got Reflux. Alright, I got the Jin, I got the Burst. I can pretty much leave now. For now. I'm back. Sorry I was lurking for a while. Welcome back, Violet. By the way, I watched Promare last night for the first time. Nice, how was it? I really liked it a lot. Hey, that's good. Promare is really cool because it's like a massive it's a massive love letter to just anything Studio Trigger. And I still remember like the initial week where it came out. It was a huge event. Gala reminds me of that one character from Gurren Lagann. You're probably talking about Kamina, yeah. Just who the hell do you think I am? Got a Silph Feather and Lucky Medal. Please watch Gurren Lagann. It's really good. Alright, so now we get the vial and the lightning sword. Ah, Pierce could use the upgrade more. We'll give it to him. My friend loves that show in Kamina. Yeah. Kamina's a really goated character. Like, massive shout out to him. But honestly, I really love all the... I love the main trio. Simone is incredible. Kamina is great. Yoko's a baddie, and she's so cool. But yeah, incredible cast. I love them to bits. Yep, that he did. Rest in peace, Billy Kemitz, though. You'll never be forgotten. Speaking of dubs, though, and Gurren Lagann, I think it's really a memory I'll never forget. is 2 years ago, going to see the Gurren Lagann movies dubbed for the first time. It was a magical experience. Especially since I already liked the dub cast for Gurren. It was just nice to see that they finally dubbed it after all these years. And they got back the original cast. I gotta go, gotta cook dinner. It was a fun stream, Roy. Thank you for joining. I'll see you around, Ronan. Ba-da-ba-bow. Alright, I think the last thing I'm gonna do on the stream now, I'm gonna go forge the Sylph Feather, and anything else that I have that I can forge, I believe it's just the Sylph Feather for now. Yeah. I'll go forge the Sylph Feather, and then we're gonna call it. The Rapier, if possible. Oh, yes, good. Thank you. Oh, hold on, I'm getting a call for something, so I will BRB. Okay. It's a good thing that I muted there because when I was like answering the phone, I actually I dropped my headphones for a slight moment. They're fine though. My current set's pretty bulky, so I don't have to worry about it like breaking too bad. Yep, I got something for you. You, my man, are gonna be forging this silk feather. About that payment, here you go. And we got some aerial gloves. Alright, who wants these? Raises speed and... oh, this is 100% for Sheba. No rapier is Sag, but more wind power and speed's pretty good on Sheba, so I'll take it. Alright, that's gonna be it for today. Oh, thank you all for joining. Tomorrow we're gonna be doing something for Pokemon Month. We're gonna be doing Pokemon the Pit of 100 Trials. But yeah, glad you guys could stop by. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.